I can't believe I'm actually doing this. Why am I doing this? Okay. I'm just gonna start. This is the best I could do to cover my face, by the way. Um, yeah, so yeah, you can see, my glasses and the fact that I am a white male. Um, Also, you can hear my voice. So, so yeah, this is my Q&A video, and I've got 2 pages of questions. Okay, well, that's just to make you feel bad. I just intentionally didn't print it on both sides. Nah, I'm kidding. I actually forgot. So yeah, I've got 2 pages of questions here. Oh my god, my glasses are gonna kill me. Hashtag eye reveal. I actually don't think I can wear my glasses. They're just gonna fog up. Bloody. There. So this is actually, a bit more of a face reveal. There, I did that. Does that help? I don't know. Okay. Also, this hat looks so stupid on me. Oh, it actually kind of helps. Okay. So I'm thinking we just hop in. I got so many to answer here. Okay. So we're gonna start here. I'm starting from the one who has some of the least ones to some who have the most. So first we have my friend Katie, or at Dorkiest Nerd. I will be tagging them all when I put this video up there. This is still recording, right? Okay, yeah. So yeah. Oh, by the way, nobody make fun of this, or I swear to God, I will shoot you with my gun. Because this is definitely real. I live in America. So, Katie asks, what's your favorite book? What's your favorite book to write? There's 2. Maybe, I'll say 2. First is Symbiosis. That's my oldest currently standing story. That's still up. And then the other is Josephine. Both well, Symbiosis was my favorite because it's been completed for a year and a half now, give or take. But yeah, Josephine, I've always really liked writing. I've been writing since August, so in fact, that's probably it is the longest one I've ever written. If you'll look, I think the second longest one I've written is 22 chapters, give or take. All right, so hopefully that answers your question. Then we have Josephine 427143. Yes. What is your favorite story to read? So it's kind of similar to the last one. Well, someone's house blew up because I live in literally here, let me show you. I live in the middle of nowhere. So if you hear sirens, then something's really wrong. Anyway. It's not. Oh, never mind. Anyway. Let me close that out. I don't want to see you. I'll be watching that later. Favorite story to read? I've been reading it since September, probably. Tudor Rose by Bryn's Rain. I'll also tag her. Pretty much anyone I mentioned here, I'll tag. Yeah, I'd probably say Tudor Rose. Alternate Henry VIII story with different wives and stuff. Pretty good, and I'm actually I'm emotionally invested in it. Too much that I probably should be, but who cares? If yes, which is your favorite? I kind of wait. Those 2 are kind of the same. What is your favorite story to read? If yes, which is your favorite? I think I just goofed up on most of these. I have not read, so I pretty much just kind of copy and pasted it in this document that I have here. All right, moving on. So this is There are 6 here by Marky360. What POV do you usually use in creating or writing your stories? Generally, I use first person. He who stalks the woods, that was written in third person. In fact, that might be my only story that's like completely written in third person. Most of them are written in first person. There is actually a little cameo in Josephine episode. Don't know, because there's so many where I use third person for like a quarter of it. But what is your favorite song? It usually changes. I hate modern music, so I tend to go the classic rock. Currently, my favorite one, I actually have it on up right now. I'm not playing it, but yeah, is Rock the Casbah by The Clash. You know what that is. Good for you. I know plenty of people who do not even know who The Clash is, who don't even know who the Beatles are, and those people should be ashamed to live. So yeah, as of right now, that's my favorite song. But I also do like some orchestral songs, music, whatever. I have remix, like, well, it's a I don't know what to call it, of Symphony number 5 by Beethoven. So there's that too. Favorite food: mac and cheese. 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 I mean, I'm sorry. When I graduate and I'm on my own, all I'm eating for the rest of my life is cheese. So I will be dying at the age of 24. Favorite game: video games. If it's mobile, Among Us or Minecraft. I also like an FPS game called Bullet Force, but board games, unfortunately, I don't really play many board games. I wish I did play more, but we really don't have many. Favorite movie genres: horror, action. That kind of also fits in with war movies, and historical movies, like historical fiction. No, this is a joke. She specifically meant, I'm assuming it's a she. How do you feel about your readers/viewers wanting you to suffer? I saw some comments who said, yes, I want them to suffer as much as physically possible. Why? Why do you feel the need to do this to me? But she intentionally mentioned it as a joke, so. Alright, then we now have Asher _, I am going to mispronounce this. I'm so sorry, sir. Either LOATM, all caps, or LOTUM. I don't know. In school, what do I study? Well, I'm in high school. I'm 16 years old. I'm in high school. I'm about to be going to my junior year, which is going to be next fall. But, so I kind of study whatever I have to. Because, school is kind of lame, yo. Wickety whack, yo. But when I go into college, I want to study meteorology, specifically tropical meteorology. That's why I want to go into college. 2, why do I write? Well, it originally just started as fun. Because I've always liked to write. Even back in elementary school, they'd have little bins of notebook paper, and occasionally I'd just go over and grab 5 or 6 pieces, and during lunch I'd just write back. Because who needs friends? Come on. Friends are lame. Get out of here. And that's why I'm depressed. No, I'm kidding. I can't make depressed jokes. Not anymore. Favorite genre to read or write? Kind of already went over that. Historical fiction, action, history. Yeah. I mean, this guy saw this one. I'm like, that was amazing. When will dolphins conquer the world? Look, I can't really tell the government this, but I've already sworn my allegiance to the dolphins. We all know they're coming. I mean, aliens, those don't exist. Dolphins, they're the real threat. I mean, they're going to come up, they're going to march out of the ocean with AK-47s, and they're going to take over the world. So I would say, I mean, they've already started coming back to Italy as of last year. So I'm going to say 2 years tops. Quote me on that. All right. Next one by Love Forever 1433. What is your favorite, funniest joke or pun? I can do a bit of comedy, but usually I'm not great with puns. When I was young, my favorite joke that I'd say repeatedly was, Knock, knock. Who's there? Banana Pants. Ha! 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 Oh my god, it's hilarious even today. You can tell I'm not being sarcastic. God, I was so cringe as a 4-year-old. All right. Oh no, here we go. This is where it's gonna get fun. So these next two, these are the last two people. One has 10 questions. The other has 12. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this is King Columbar 40, who I think is either one of my first followers. He's been following me since like November of 2019. So I started in August, late August. So one, as quite possibly your longest follower. It's not true. I'm pretty sure. I'll look for that and prove you wrong. Could you describe what the first version of Symbiosis like? Oh God, are you serious? Dude, I knew you said to expect some really obscure ones, but this, well, it was so cringe. It was so cringy. Oh my God. It was basically a rewrite of a majority of Venom scenes from the movie with a different character. The character isn't even original, but by this point, the series has been dead for over 2 years. So at this point, I basically molded into my own universe. That's why I removed fan fiction from the title and basically mold into my own universe. Because pretty much the only thing that has to do with the original characters is name some scenes, and that's kind of it. I mean, there's not much. But yeah, pretty much. And then there was like the little girl who was like 13 in the story, first one, built a rocket ship for some reason because that's what they had in the movie. So I'm like, oh, rocket ship, pfft, originality, lame. It was so cringe. I remember reading it in January of 2020, literally, as you know, late December, and I'm reading this. I'm like, I wrote this. This is so cringe. I'm rewriting this. And I pretty much like rewrote the whole thing. It was actually much better. I obviously added more to it earlier this year. But yeah, that's kind of it. I mean, the dad was the bad guy, not the brother. Dad was also much more of a dick. Oh my God. Come on, William Baldwin. Get over it. Okay. But that's kind of all I'm going to say. It was cringe. It was cringe. Number 2, is Jack my real name, or is it just an alias? It is my real name. I hate this usually. Pretty much every new person I ever meet asks if my name is John. No, it is not. I've actually wanted to change my name to John. Well, I used to, but yeah, you can probably actually Houston's my middle name. So, and if people who have been following for more than a week would probably interpret. Because back in March, I changed my username. You can probably interpret what my full name is. Because, I had my last name up for a while. 3, what inspired me to write Josephine? It was a timeline that I began writing. Oh, God, how long ago? Summer of... Actually, no. It might have been late 2018, not 19. Yeah, I think it was. And basically where America became a monarchy, as you know, for people who read it. And I think, because I created the character, the person, Josephine, like June. Actually, like end of June or early July of 2020, when I was working at the time, because I forgot about it for so long. And in early August, I was like, hey, what if I wrote a story about this? Because I really did like the character. And pretty much the article I put on the wiki was literally like a novel. It was so long. It was like, oh my God, there's so many. But yeah, I put it up, like a poll up on Instagram, like August 15th or something. And a majority of people said, yeah, I should write a book about this. So I did. Started on August 18th, 2020. And look where we are now. 3,100 reads. And over... like close to... how close are we to... Oh, we might be closer to 600 votes than not. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. So that's what inspired me to write that. What do you like in real life? I can be a bit of a smart aleck. I can be a bit of a comedian. I'm generally a pretty normal dude. Um, yeah, I mean, that's, I guess is what I'm like in real life. I mean, honestly, I'm just kind of a normal dude. Okay, second page. Here we go. Oh, 15 minutes in. Oh my god. 5. Will you ever do a face reveal? If you say yes, I will spam it. This is pretty much the closest you're getting. 1,000 followers? Wink, wink, wink. Blinkety blink blank. I know I should not have said that. 6. What are some new projects you want to work on? These are like really in depth. I was not expecting this. Then again, this guy has been following and reading pretty much every single one of my stories since he came in. Well, I've got a mafia story in the works. I've got an Alamo story in the works. That's like planning. And I've also got I'm a few chapters in, but the person has basically not talked to me. Working on a collaboration with Navy, I'm going to mispronounce it, Navy or Navy Lee. And but called The Colonials. People from Liechtenstein after it buys Alaska in an alternate timeline. Yes, that actually was attempted. Liechtenstein actually did want to purchase Alaska. And for those of you who don't know, Liechtenstein is literally like 30 miles long and in between Switzerland and Austria. Yeah, that probably wasn't going to work, but yeah, there is a way it could have. But so those are some new projects I want to work on. What inspired you to make the Stalker series? Crypt TV. I'm not even... The Savage is so heavily inspired off of the Brute. If you have a good gag reflex and you like horror, I would watch that. Oh, it's so good. It's so gross at the same time. Yeah, that's honestly pretty much how I did it. I mean, obviously I made it my own, but generally that's how it started. Same question. Also, how did you create Zara? She's honestly a complex yet fascinating character. Yeah, she is, isn't she? She starts off as someone who wants to avenge her friends, and kill the man-eating monster who murdered several and ate several of her friends in front of her, to being a vicious serial killer. Yeah, it is I don't really know. I never inspired her off of anyone, so that was all of my imagination. I'm gonna get an FBI watch list for that. I don't really know. Honestly, I really don't. I would say it kind of just went along. I just kind of wrote alongside it and just wrote it, created the character as I went. Because she's supposed to be, the whole setting is you don't ever get a direct location. You just hear Pennsylvania. You don't get a date, so it could take place in the past, it could take place now, it could take place in the future. You don't know, but that's the whole point. Okay, 8. Are there any people you follow, or neither, that you want to meet IRL, in real life? Yes, there are. Bryn's Rain, definitely. CC loves to read. Maybe you, I don't know. I think, shoot. Oh, she changed her username, so but it's Sasha Bear Writes or something. She changed her username. I don't know what it is now, but yeah, those are some people I'd like to meet in real life. How many more chapters of Josephine do you think there will be? Yeah, my goal is 100, but that's not gonna happen. It's probably gonna be longer than 100. Yeah. Let's see. Any spoilers? No. You do not get spoilers. I'm going to start putting up season 7 soon. A few chapters into that. Yeah. Finally. 10. Finally. Any stories that you've written, that you've taken down, but would like to revisit? So I guess ones that I've taken down that I'd like to recreate. Or, well, one that I've had in my unpublished for since July is, I don't even have a name for it. It's your cheesy high school rom-com. Girl falls in love with a blind kid, and it explores, the whole idea that love is based on what you see, and it explores the whole idea that you can love someone based on their personality, because in this case, this guy can't see her. Thus, the girl is not as anxious about how she looks around him because he can't see her. Let's see. Superhero story. Yes. I actually did have a good one that I had taken down because I just did not have time to write it. With a superhero named Stellar Girl. Yes! So original. I know. It's like DC. Call me. I would like to rewrite that one. Or retry that one. I mean, I've got time. I'll probably have time this summer, but you never know. I think that's it for those I want to revisit. Yeah. Alright. This is now The Last 12 by Alexandra the Queen 17. Who has been following me since April of last year. So, know her pretty well too. 1. What is the oldest story you ever wrote, even if it's not up anymore? Day 1 that I created my account, I wrote another Venom story it was literally a fan fiction, with Eddie Brock, where he went to the Arrowverse, Flash, Green Arrow, Supergirl, and he went nuts, and they had to fight him. I went about 5 chapters in before I deleted it, because it was so god-awful. Oh, it was awful. But it hit 50 degrees. I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. It is still amazing, when you see a lot of people reading it. But nowadays, it's like 50. Okay, that's cool and all, but it's not the best. What stories did you publish but later took down? Oh my god, there's so many. Oh, you have no idea. If I kept all of the stories I ever wrote up on Wattpad, I would probably have over 30. So there's obviously the Venom one. The first one. Then I had one up at the same time as Symbiosis, where and there's so many Northern Rescue ones, where Taylor West became Dr. Octopus. Because why not? That one I got a few chapters in before I took it down, because oh god. That one I might want to consider rewriting too. Because that seems like such a stupid idea, but that actually was kind of fun to write. There was one where she became the Flash. Again, why not? That was actually where Nathan came into existence. That's where I created the character of Nathan. For all you Nathan Sims out there. And I know Alex and Colin Barr are both Nathan Sims. Oh no, here we go. Then I had one in January of last year. I had 2 Supergirl story, but I pretty much made up the characters and the settings, except it was Supergirl. Like the Melissa Benoist one. And then there's another one up in January of last year where a teenage girl falls in love with a neo-Nazi teenager. Yeah, that didn't even get past. I put up not even 1 chapter before I was like, yeah, delete. That was such a horrible, horrible idea. I don't know why I even thought of it. Then there was the other superhero story that I put up in June of last year. But besides that, there are so many more that I'm not going to mention because it's like I can't mention them all. 3. Am I your friend? I don't know. Well, yes, but actually no. There. That's what I say. No, I mean, you're pretty cool from what you see. Face reveal when? Wink, wink. Until we reach 1,000 followers, I think this is probably the best you're gonna get. I mean, honestly. Maybe 500. Who knows? You do not want to see my face. It's so disgusting. 5. Where do I align politically? Oh, great. Here we go. I know since you're an American like I am, this applies a bit more. Since I'm from East Texas, I am a hardcore Republican, so I want to know about you. Yeah, I'm a Republican, too. I forgot this part. Since you're Michigan, I think it's 50-50. Yeah, my family, pretty much everyone in my family is Democrats. I am not. I used to be a Democrat. Till I began watching like videos stuff, and I wait, this makes sense. No, wait. It was a very slow transition, but I eventually did become a Republican. Um, I'm not mentioning anything about Trump because I know it's going to start an argument. You've mentioned how long Josephine is and how it's much longer than you originally planned. How long was it supposed to be originally? 60 or 65 chapters? Yeah. Each part was going to be 10 chapters, which means because parts 1 and 2, season 1 and 2, that followed the plan. Then came season 3 and 4, which were originally supposed to be completely mashed together into 10 chapters. Yeah, you see how that wasn't going to work, right? So yeah, 60 or 65, I think, was the original plan. I actually might still have the original plot thing up on my Google Doc somewhere. 7, are you single? Wink. Yes. Before you say anything, no. 8, are you actually a dude? I know I pretended to be a dude for a while because I was anxious for some reason, so are you actually a guy? Yes, I am. Yes. Yeah, no, she had like the weird the names that only a dude would come up with. I mean, there was Avengers level threat. I mean, she is a memer, but you know. Then there was that was a first pretty much the entire. Then back in like April or something, she changed it to, and I quote, thick fruity boy with like 3 C's. I mean, you can't blame people from thinking she was a dude. But yeah. Yeah, I am actually a dude. 9, how has Wattpad changed you as a person since you started? I've become more creative. I've definitely become a better writer. That by far. Because, I mean, remember when I talked about the first edition of Symbiosis compared to the stuff I write now? Yeah, there's definitely been some changes there. I've definitely gained a lot of friends, so I've become more open. I've become more willing to trust people more. That's a big one. Because before that, I really didn't trust people. I didn't really talk to people. I was a bit of a hermit. This is my room, by the way. I kind of just stayed here all day, every day. Except when I had to go to school and get bullied. But, you know, we don't talk about that. 10, what advice would you give to new writers? I would just say, do what I did. Just jump into it. Even if you don't publish it right away, you should just write it. You should just, if you have a computer or a phone, just open a document even and just start writing. And just let everything just come out into the page. Guarantee you it's not going to be great, but that's the whole point of editing. You tighten it up, and if you want to publish it, you do. Like I said, I've been writing for so long, and I only found Wattpad a couple years ago. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember I would like write up in Google Docs or according to Apple Pages, and I would just write. Some of my stories would be 50, 60 pages long, but I eventually lost them and deleted them. But you know, also do not delete anything you put up. That is something I very much regret doing. If you delete something, you never see it again. So, for example, you could not go back and learn from it. And that's just not good. That's kind of the advice I would give someone who want to write. Do you want to get married? Bit of an odd question. 50-50, I guess. I don't really trust girls my age. Because in middle school, they were kind of the ones who tore me apart. But, yeah, generally, maybe 50-50. It depends if I meet the right person. Yeah. Oh, jeez, this wasn't supposed to get this dark. Yeah, that's kind of it. I would say that's the thing. Do I want kids? What are some of these questions? First, you ask if I'm single. Then you want to ask if I want to get married. Alright, where's the simple arm? I need to find the goddamn simple arm. Where is it? I don't have a simple arm. Where's it? I'm going to write that down. Simp alarm from Amazon. I swear to God, I will find... I didn't even spell it. From Azamon. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of children. I'm going to be honest. But, I mean, again, meet the right person, sure. Yeah. I would say, yeah. I mean, I have had dreams where I've had 2 twin daughters. Why? And you'll see that in some of my stories where I take that, where I have twins in general, and I put that into my stories. Josephine, who just had her twins. Taylor West, who had twin daughters. Those actually might be the only... Well, yeah, I haven't had many who have had children, who have started a family, but... yeah, it kind of depends. I also promised my mom, in order to annoy her to death, that if I have a son, I would name it Norman or Gordon. God, they're the worst names ever. Oh my God. Alright then. That is it for my Q&A. Put that back up there. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed hearing the answers to these questions and learning a bit more about me. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't really know. I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't know how to end a video properly. So I hope you all enjoyed this. And if you ever want to talk to me, my inbox is always open. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you all for watching, everyone.